ready. Yeah. So this is all about hydration, and we're gonna talk about for. I've done some graphics for the Benny U line and hydration with purpose. So I think the world around us has a lot of products in convenience stores and supermarkets. You're seeing hydration like Monster and Gatorade and Red Bull, like gives you wings and all these things out there for energy. And then you see all these smaller energy bottles. They're ranging from like, I don't know, I don't buy them, but I'm sure they're like minimum $3 and up. And then we have uh, Starbucks, and Louise has some facts about Starbucks. We think Starbucks is a coffee company, but actually, Starbucks sells more cold drinks than coffee. And when you go to a Starbucks or you're going to like even Tim Hortons, you're seeing that they're having these refresher drinks, right? There's all these different kinds of drinks out there. And so if you do any research on that, and I know Diane Dolson went in and found some information about Starbucks, but I couldn't open that attachment. You're going to see that there's some interesting ingredients in there and lots of sugar in everything.
Lots of sugar.
We
Ooh.
actually will have some, Jacqueline and I will have some graphics for you in regards to comparisons on Gatorade, um,
Red Bull.
Red Bull, and what's the other one?
Monster.
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 It, it's quite interesting. It's just as bad as pop. 30 milligrams of sodium or sugar. So that's like almost 8 cubes of sugar.
Can you
So
imagine? Can you imagine? And you, I mean, one of the purposes of, promoting amazing product that we have is we're in an environment right now where our children are, unfortunately, there's that saying, we are what we eat, but unfortunately, our children are what they are given. And so, parents, I don't think wake up in the morning going, I want to feed my children, or I want to give my children, 8, cubes of sugar today when they're out on the soccer field, but they don't know what they don't know. And that's why we're here to educate today. So,
yeah. And one of the things when we look at the line, there is like beyond tangy. I think Michelle Louise loves Stiks, right? She's like a
Yes.
stick freak, loves Stiks, which
Yep.
is so convenient, right? But when we look at the lineup, there's like beyond tangy tangerine BTT. There's beyond tangerine 2.0. There's the ultimate cardio sticks. There's the Beyond Osteo FX powder sticks. There's the pollen burst sticks. There's the pollen burst this. There's the Projiba. I can't pronounce that.
Jojoba.
Proba pollen burst sticks. There's the rebound. Oh my gosh. I just discovered who developed that. Well, Steve and them developed the rebound, but that was developed with a
Theo Radlin.
yeah, who's a basketball player, right? Like a basketball player designed this in his like in the course that I'm taking, he was sharing that. Then we have Z radicals. Then we have the Smart, the Soul, the Trim, the Core XO, the this one. I can't pronounce it. What's this one?
Electrofuel.
Electrofuel.
Repair, pre-workout, and collagen creamers. Like I found this sheet that lists everything, and I'm like, we're gonna recreate this sheet for you guys. But super, super amazing. So I want to hand this over to Louise, who's the expert, and we're gonna celebrate Louise because Louise has just become a 3-star with Youngevity. Woo! Congratulations. We're so
Thank
happy
you.
for you. You're our leader. You are our go-to. And I hear over and over and over again,
Yeah.
I talked to Louise. I talked to Louise. I talked to Louise. Like, who has talked to Louise? Put your hands up and give her some loving, guys, because she's an incredible, outstanding woman who has a heart for all of us to succeed. And she's wisdom and knowledge. So take it away, Miss Louise, and let's talk about hydration with
All
her.
right. Well, hydration is such a great topic, especially where we live. We're going into summer. I know my team in Australia, they're into fall already, but hydration is super important. And I know for me, over the years, before I even understood what hydration was, I used to have my back go out all the time. And it took me such a long time to understand hydration and my back going out are connected. And when I travel, especially the day I fly and often the next day, I my back goes out. And it's because I'm just not drinking as much. I mean, I drink minimum 8 of these a day. Minimum. But when I fly and I'm traveling, I'm just not refilling it. I'm not drinking as much. And so my back always goes out when I travel. So for me, hydration has been like a light bulb. And I'm not an athlete at all. I mean, I walk and do Pilates, and that's about it. So for me, it's not dehydration from sports, but I'm an avid gardener. And so I'm outside a ton in the summer and I walk in the summer. And so you do have to replenish not just the water, but the nutrients. And that's what a lot of people don't know. And you don't know what you don't know, right? So one of the people that get the most dehydrated are runners. Why do runners get so dehydrated? Because they're running, they don't want to stop and pee, so they're just not drinking. So they can go do their big, big, big run and they don't drink until the end. Why do so many runners faint? Because they're so severely dehydrated and they're sweating out all the minerals. So when you sweat out nutrition. Think about it like that. So if you don't replenish the nutrition, only the water, you are depleting your body's energy and nutrients. So water maintains your blood flow. It delivers oxygen and nutrients to your muscles while you exercise. Obviously, preventing hydration, you're preventing heat stroke. How many people end up in emergency every year with heat stroke? Hydration prevents muscle fatigue, leg cramps, and it also speeds up recovery. And a lot of people are looking for that, good recovery, especially athletes. This is why Sean and Annalise's boys, they drink a lot of electrofuel. They drink mostly Rebound. And Sean always has it for all the kids on the team. So he's always giving out cans he mostly orders it in cans so that he can have it at the sports field and just hand it out to kids. So the other thing about sweat loss is it's not just getting all the minerals and nutrients out of your body, it increases your body temperature. So if you're outside in the summer and it's hypothetically mid-20s and you're not hydrating, your temperature is going up and up and up. So when it does that, it causes excessive sweating. So, I know George is out working in the garden and he comes in and his shirt's sweaty and I'm like, ugh, and he's getting his big glass of water. He should have had that water outside with him. So when you're doing that sweating, you're getting fluid and electrolyte loss. And the electrolytes is super important. So, and again, a lot of runners wait and drink until they're thirsty. You're way past it by that point. If you're drinking once you're thirsty, the hydration's already set in. So then you're having to drink way, way, way more to get yourself hydrated. Another thing is humidity. I know having fibromyalgia, humidity is a killer, right? Like if you, a lot of people talk about the fact that if you have fibromyalgia, you're like a barometer, right? You know when the bad weather's coming, you know when the good weather's coming, but you know when the humidity's coming especially, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, it's humid. And one thing that I've noticed in that is better nutrition, better drinking of a good product helps with that pain and fatigue that you get when it's very humid. The other thing that dehydration does is it causes your heart to race. And so if you are prone to angina or you've got heart issues in your family, you obviously don't want your heart to race because you're going to think you're going to have a heart attack. But often it's simple dehydration. So, or sorry, not dehydration. It's because you're dehydrated is what I meant to say. So hydration is incredibly important. So I'm going to talk about a few of the products today that come in stick form. We all know Tangy Tangerine. So before Rise and Restore, pretty much all we talked about was Tangy Tangerine, and I only talked about 2.5 because it had more folate acid. Folate acid is really good for people with immune disorders, and especially if you're on medication for immune issues, folate acid is really important. And folate acid cannot be done in a prescription. It's folic acid, which is in many cases, well, especially on a prescription, it's synthetic. So let's talk about Coreo first of all. Coreo is a fantastic antioxidant. We're all looking for better antioxidants. The more antioxidant, the less disease you're going to get in your body. So having high antioxidants is super, super important. So Coreo is, first of all, it tastes delicious. And I'm all about taste. I mean, I'm a foodie and I prefer water. So if it tastes good, really good, I will drink it. Like I love Saxy, and the benefit of Saxy is the fruits they use are high in antioxidant, but also it's got 2,000 milligrams of collagen. And especially at my age, I am looking for as much collagen as I can possibly get. And especially with, I always call myself a lemon. And my dog is a lemon, so we kind of go together. One of my best friends is a lemon. So I'm always trying to do as much as I can to prevent something else from happening. So Coreo is full of antioxidants. It's only 5 calories. So if somebody is watching calorie intake, that's really important. And it's sweetened with stevia. So a lot of people that don't know the different sweeteners, in their head, they think stevia and they think, oh, artificial. Stevia is not artificial, it's plant-based. We use not the stem, we use the leaves of the stevia plant. And all of our stevia is also organic. So there's no pesticides, chemicals, it's non-GMO, it's a proper stevia product on it. And Coreo, like I said, has fantastic taste. Now, Smart, there's 2 products that sort of come and go on the chopping block, so to speak. And one is Soul and one is Smart. And Michelle posted probably over a year ago that these 2 have got the lowest sales in any of the sticks. So once she posted they're potentially on the chopping block, then all of a sudden, boom, the sales went flying high again. And then they had to reformulate Smart because we were almost out of Smart. They may still stay. They may revamp again. So don't panic. And we have enough inventory right now, I believe, to get us through September. So if you are going to use this product and more, sales are everything in Youngevity. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't stay. So Smart is really good for brain. So it's a great one for kids because if you're going to send kids to school with a flavored beverage, this is a really good one for them because obviously its main thing is focus. And so it's really good for hydration, clarity, focus, and it is only 10 calories. And it kind of gives your brain a hydration boost. So if you want to think about Smart like that, it has got some cane sugar in it and it's got some stevia. It's not a large amount of sugar. And a lot of people go, oh my gosh, it's cane sugar. Let's think about this, guys. Cane sugar is a natural product, right? Like your brain coming into Youngevity, if you didn't have any history on sort of nutrition and all of this kind of stuff. It's a learning curve. And believe me, I understand. I went through this learning curve 10 years ago, and I know how overwhelming it is, but there is nothing wrong with cane sugar in small amounts, right? Like small amounts of sugar. If we had no sugar in anything, nobody would buy our stuff because it would taste like crap. So, just so you know. Then the next one I'm going to talk about is trim. I sell a lot of trim. People like it. It kind of curbs the appetite. If you're looking for weight loss, eat less by Stay Natural. Stay Thin by Stay Natural. Stay Thin kind of like grabs your fat and takes it out. Eat less makes you feel full. It's got some fiber in there and it makes you feel full. Trim is an appetite, it curbs your appetite, so to speak. So all those three things are needed in weight loss. On top of that, you need good nutrition, because if you are curbing your appetite, if you're not eating as much, you still want to make sure you're not going to become nutrient deficient. So that's where a basic healthy body pack comes in, or the Rise and Restore, or just a Tangy Tangerine, or the liquid minerals, which are cheaper than anything. So keep that in mind. So the trim, really helps you fight cravings, which is super important. It is 0 calorie, it is sugar-free, and it has stevia and a pinch of sucralose, like barely any. And the thing you want to think about with sucralose is you need like only a couple of grains of it to make something sweet. So if we do use sucralose, it's in a tiny, minute, very minute amount. And trim, if it gets reformulated, the chances are Steve will take that out. So then we go to Soul, which I just said is potentially on the chopping block. So Soul, I have worked with so many people, and I have so many people. My team in Australia really works with Soul, and they really work with Soul on anxiety and depression and things like that. And I have a lot of people, weirdly enough, in Australia whose kids really need this product. And I can tell you, their school system seems to have a lot of pressure on the kids, like way more pressure in Australia than in North America. And so those kids really have needed it. So what Soul does is it helps your mood stabilize. It helps you feel more calm and collective. I have found that kids with autism, or not autism, ADHD and ADD really do well on Soul. So it helps your mood. It has no added sugar, so to speak. It is a natural product. It is sweetened with sucralose. But again, you're looking at a couple of grains only from the sucralose product. But the people that I've got on it, and my team in Australia, they honestly swear by Soul. So if you have anybody with anxiety or depression or, ADHD, ADD, Soul can really, really, really help. So then we go to electrofuel. So Rebound, just so you know, is sweetened with stevia. Electrofuel is sweetened with sucralose. And again, you only need a couple of grains to sweeten a whole batch, so to speak. So electrofuel does not give you the jitters that a Monster or, Red Bulls and things like that will give you. It is not synthetic. The vitamins obviously are all of our natural vitamins. It does have caffeine. When you're looking at our products with caffeine, I can pretty much say the majority of them are from green tea. So obviously more of a natural caffeine. It is caffeine, but it's more of a natural caffeine. And it has fantastic taste. That's why people love electrofuel. This is something that my son uses. He is a vice principal in a high school. And, he on average walks 10K a day around that school. And I wouldn't have his job for $1 million a year. But he literally lives on electrofuel. Sometimes I'll give him Rebound, but he really does love electrofuel. Then another product that a lot of people use is our mineral sticks. I personally do not like the mineral sticks. And I've shared with you before, I'm all about flavor. The flavor is not quite there for me. It does have tart cherry in it. Tart cherry is fantastic for inflammation. So it's really good that way. If you want to add a mineral stick, and they're a tinier stick, I don't know if you've had any of those, but if you want to add it to one of the other, and often I'll put like 3 different things in here easily, especially in the summertime when I'm outside more and I know I need it for hydration purposes and nutrition purposes. I'll put 3 different products in here. I'm an ice junkie. I fill it up half ice, half water, throw in 3 products, shake, shake, shake. And then throughout the day, I just top up my drink container. And then that way, usually by about the 3rd top up, it's gone. There's no flavor left, but I'm taking every little scrap of it I can possibly take. So the mineral sticks have 77 plant-derived minerals in them. So you are getting tons of minerals in there. You're also getting fulvic acid. I don't know if you know, but I brought in a line called Midnight Minerals, and it is dirt. I know it sounds weird, but it's fulvic humic acid. I have a whole group. I think I've got over 3,000 people in that group. And I can share it with you if you want. I don't let Youngevity people come into this group. I kind of set up a separate group for them because this is a customer group for me. This is where I am working with my customers. So I'm super picky on a distributor coming in there and making a comment. No, go away. I will delete you for that. You know, I've had people in Youngevity kind of take a customer or 2 of mine. I'm like, no. So I took all the Youngevity people out, except for a few people on my team. I've got people on my team who pretty much work that fulvic acid. 90% of their business is from fulvic acid. Not kidding you. So anyway, this product has got fulvic acid. Steve has taken that fulvic acid and put it in many of our products. And Majestic Earth, the mineral sticks, they also have collagen. I think it's 1 and 3 they've got in there. So you're also getting collagen, which of course Saxy has collagen in there. And it's sweetened with stevia. So those mineral sticks are a great little add-on. The other thing that I want to say about the mineral sticks is they're really good for travel. So if you think about me, the amount of product I take in a day is insane. And sometimes when I travel, I'm like, I'll fill up little containers and I'll take these little those pill containers or whatever. But sometimes I'm like, I'm going for longer and I'm like, I'm just taking sticks with me. So I'll take sticks with collagen. I'll take Tangy Tangerine Tangy Tangerine sticks with me. I will take an antioxidant stick with me, the Coreo or the Saxy with me. And then that's all I'm going to take. And granted, I'm not getting all my glucogel, but I'm adding sticks in that have collagens in them to try and offset. So, I mean, I'm planning a trip next year. I'm going to be gone for almost 6 weeks next year. And I know there's no way because George is telling me I can't take my big suitcase. So, because he's going to be the one carting all the suitcases, right? So I'm going to be with a medium-sized suitcase. I don't know how I'm going to do it and shop, but I'm pretty sure we'll be bringing another suitcase on the way home if he tells me I'm only bringing a medium size. So then he'll have to work with 2 instead of 1 large. And so it's going to be sticks because they're very light to travel with. And if I'm doing that, I have to get the collagen from somewhere. So I will be bringing sticks with me that have got collagen in them. So keep that in mind. They're easy to travel with. They're super light. You can really get a lot of balanced nutrition from them. We also do have the OsteoFX. And so you can get the powder in the OsteoFX as well. So you can kind of get almost everything in there for a short amount of time. So I'll do it for that short amount of time, but on an ongoing basis, I need a lot. I need a lot of product for my little lemon body. So that's all I'm going to talk about. Denise, I don't know if you want to have Q&A or if you want to add to it.
I would like to ask the following question. So this is more about